What would you recommend? Would your recommendation be in terms of what calculated field LOD measure to be done by end users, and what to be done by IT and the BI team? That's a good question. So, in my experience, Tableau is a very good tool for the end users. When we're saying end users, probably the people who are kind of the domain experts in the business. They're the sales managers. They are the people in marketing. I think the answer to this question is it varies and it depends on your organization. I think it also depends on the people that you're working with, because I think it's kind of a gray area. Some organizations will have an IT or a BI team because they solely depend on them on tasks that might take them away from their core functions. So, for example, if I have a team of marketers and what they need to do is look for prospective clients, and that's the most valuable use of their time. So, in that case, maybe for that organization, um, they might offload this work, maybe a lot of the Tableau work, to you. And there might also be a bit of training involved. It depends on how comfortable they are with the tool, with Tableau. But I think it depends. You also have some organizations and some groups of stakeholders where they're like, so they're ready to try. They're ready to learn a few of these things, because one of the challenges one of the challenges for us as data professionals, and I can speak from my own experience, one of the jobs that I had a long, long time ago was I was a report developer. But a report developer means I know how to write queries. I know my background is on SQL. I know SQL. I know how to work with, at that time, it's reporting services, SQL Server reporting services. I know how to do that, but I don't know the business. So it's either they teach me the business, or I'm going to have to ask them to be a little bit more technical. So I think for this question, I would recommend, if you have the opportunity, is to ask, to have a conversation, because sometimes maybe it's also something that's technical sometimes can also be very intimidating. If I ask you to learn something that you are not aware of, you've never seen this before, maybe you feel like you're not technically savvy. Sometimes it's just a matter of sitting down with one person, maybe a representative, kind of a champion. You have a train the trainer. Once they see the power, and how much it cuts down on the queue or the wait time, they may be open to learning these calculations themselves. So I don't think there's that, again, a lot of what I'm saying is my personal opinion. I think it is a conversation. I definitely would reach out to them first, and maybe even demonstrate. And if they're comfortable, and you can develop a partnership too, and a collaboration. So it's not like I'm handing off the ball to you and that's it. That's your responsibility. What we can also do is a more collaboration. Hey, we can partner with you. Maybe in the beginning, the IT and the BI team does this more, but as they're more comfortable, again, they can do some of these themselves, because it cuts down on the wait time, especially if you have a long project queue.